fantastic, we're going to win everything. They've done incredibly well, I think. And it's a situation where Mark Hughes was doing a particularly good job. I think were they in the semi-final of the League Cup, and fourth in the division, and he got sacked, Mark Hughes, and you think, wow, unbelievable. And then Mancini came in, and I kind of I was a bit naughty really in that I almost didn't want to like Mancini because I felt sorry for Mark Hughes. But I've got to say, I think Mancini's done an absolutely fantastic job. I think he's slowly moulded the team together. Last year was, I mean, people will say that it seemed he was a little bit more negative than he needed to be. This year, it's all out attack with an air of caution defensively. And I think it's absolutely fantastic. I think they've obviously missed a few players with the African nations, and for instance, the company being suspended, and consequently they got knocked out of the League Cup, which is again a little bit disappointing. But again, you look at them; they've got to win the title. I think it's inevitable. I really do, because every question they've been asked, they've dealt with. They really have, and any kind of moment of you're thinking they're on a bad run, they go out and win the next game 3 or 4-0. So they're a strong team. Mancini's wishing the African nations finishes like yesterday kind of thing, getting the players back. But they're a strong team, they're a strong squad. They continue to move forward, and all I would say is watch out, you Reds.
And what do you think of Mario Balotelli then, as a football player, as a person, as a character?
Yeah, I don't know him, so obviously I'm going ahead of myself. But I think he's a fantastic football player. But within that, there are he's got his demons, hasn't he? On and off the pitch, people thought, yeah, he's a great football player, isn't he? But he's got his demons on the pitch, because it seems every time he comes on as sub, he gets booked within 5 minutes of him coming on, and which doesn't help him, to be quite honest. I think he's a I suppose misunderstood, and I think the people who understand him are the people who are around him. And let's not try and kid ourselves. We don't understand Mario Balotelli. We don't understand Michael Owen. We don't understand Steven Gerrard, because we don't know him. We don't know them. You know what I mean? So I think they're all right. You might see them as standard kind of football players who toe the line, but maybe they don't. But certainly Balotelli, he's one in a million, isn't he? A fantastic player, I think. He's a match winner, definitely. But I just like to see him smile, for one thing. Although his celebrations do make me smile. His lack of smiling makes me smile at times when he celebrates. But I mean, I just like to see him be happier. I think, and who knows what's happened when he's been growing up, and happened in the past, and maybe that's had an effect on him. I have no idea. But as I say, he's a very good player. He's someone I'd want in my team, and I'd just like to see more of a community spirited sort of guy. You know what I mean? Because but I don't know if you heard the stories. He's going around Manchester in a Santa suit, throwing money around and stuff like that, which is all well and good, and it's it is very much community spirit, and also when he went around to someone's school because he was being bullied and said to the guy, stop bullying him. Absolutely fantastic. It would be nice to see him do that kind of thing on a consistent kind of basis, and I'd like to see him more level-headed. I think he's not doing himself any favours by some of the things he does, and it's a shame really, because he's a fantastic player. No doubt he's a nice bloke as well.
And finally, I'm sure you just touched on it. I mean, do you think now it's City's to lose in terms of the Premier League title?
I do, and I don't want to touch wood. I don't want to do a kiss of death and stuff like that. But I do, because you can't really look past City. I mean, last year you saw that a little bit of frailties. Excuse me, a little bit of frailties in their. They had limitations of how they were playing. couldn't quite close the game out. Now, they're just an awesome team, and with the squad that they've got, they're going places, aren't they? I mean, as I said, last year they won the FA Cup, not done for 40 odd years. So that was the start of something. That was the catalyst, if you like, and it is. I think, again, touch wood, it's theirs to lose. But something, Man United. All joking about Man United have been in this position for 20 years, and you can't beat experience. I don't mean literally, but it's with all the money that Man City have got, they've not got the experience of being in that position for over the last 20 years. Now, so that is something that Man United have got in their locker that they can bring out and use to get through this season, and that's what will make it really interesting. And in the manager that they've got, Sir Alex Ferguson, again, that's another thing they've got in the locker, who is an exceptional person who will get a. Let's look at both the squads. Man City have got a bigger squad, potentially got a better squad, but that Man United, every single player will play to their potential, and they will gel because Sir Alex Ferguson is there, and because of that, it's going to make it interesting. And all I would say is Manchester City have not really had 2 or 3 games where they've not got a result or where they've lost. So, yeah, they've had bits of adversity and they've dealt with it. They've not had a sustained period of adversity yet. So, if they lose a couple of games, let's see what they do. I'm pretty sure they can cope with it, because they have done. They said they've not had too much adversity. Tevez, that's a little bit of adversity. Losing against a couple of other teams as well. Yeah, so they've dealt with it a little bit, and they've just gone, yeah, no problem, and they've moved on, which is fantastic. So it proves that they've got a strong squad, good mentality as well. So I think it is theirs to lose, as you say, and I think I say they're so strong, and they are an exceptional team now. And I say take me out to Mancini, how he's got them together, got them playing, and yeah, really strong team.